Thanks for listening to English Go Podcast. To listen without advertisements or to read episode transcripts, visit englishgo.co.uk for more information.
Life is full of what-ifs. Some awesome, like what if AI could fold your laundry? And some, well, less awesome, like what if you have unexpected medical costs? United Healthcare can help get you covered with Health Protector Guard fixed indemnity insurance plans. They supplement your primary plan to help you manage out-of-pocket costs. No deductibles, no enrollment periods, and especially no more what-ifs. Visit uh1.com to find the Health Protector Guard plan for you. A lot can happen in 3 years, like a chatbot may be your new best friend. But what won't change? Needing health insurance. United Healthcare Tri-Term Medical Plans, underwritten by Golden Rule Insurance Company, offer flexible, budget-friendly coverage that lasts nearly 3 years in some states. Learn more at uh1.com.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds, and I'm here with Keith, co-star of my upcoming film, If, only in theaters May 17th. Do you want to tell people the big news? All right, I'll do it. Sign up now and you'll get unlimited for $15 a month and 6 months of Paramount Plus Essential Plan on us. MintMobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 equivalent to $15 per month. Unlimited over 40 gigabytes per month. Face lower speeds. Videos at 480p. Active Mint customers by 531.24 get 6 months of Paramount Plus Essential Plan. Auto renews after 6 months. Offer ends May 31st, 2024. Separate Paramount Plus registration required. Terms and conditions apply if rated PG.
Hello again, I'm back, and this time I am going to talk to you about the car that I have bought recently. Sorry about the last episode where I talked a lot about the design of cars and how I think there's 3 categories of cars that most cars seem to fit into. Anyway, it's good that I explained that because I can now tell you that the car I purchased fits very much into the category of practical car. I wouldn't say it was stylish. I don't think when they were building this car they were thinking about the design of it, really. It was more about how practical it was. So the car I have purchased, it looks like a van, to be honest. It looks like a very small van. It's quite tall, it's quite short, it's quite narrow, it's small, yeah. But because it's such a blocky shape, it's sort of like a cube type shape, it's got a lot of space on the inside, even though the outside is very small. So it's very practical. It's very good for transporting things. And the engine size is ridiculously small. It is almost 660 cc, so almost like half a litre, which is the smallest engine I've ever had on a car. But the plus side of that is that it's very economical. So that means I can drive lots and lots of miles or kilometers, and I don't spend very much on petrol. So definitely a practical car. Fun to drive? Maybe not so much, but useful? Yes, definitely. So anyway, the way I bought this car is by going to a garage. Now, the car I bought is a Daihatsu Tanto, which I don't believe I'm almost certain they don't sell outside of Japan, so you've probably never heard of it, although you may have heard of the maker Daihatsu, as we do have some Daihatsu cars in the UK, but I will say they're quite rare. Anyway, so I bought this Daihatsu car, and I bought it from a Honda garage, which sounds a bit weird, but it's quite normal. You'll get like one car company selling a car from another car company. Maybe it was like a part exchange. So a part exchange is like, you want a new car, you go along to the Honda garage, and they say like, yeah, you can sell your old car to us, and maybe that's why they were selling it. I don't know the story behind it, but probably something like that. So it was a used car, and it was cheap. I got it for about £2,000. It's quite old. It's about 12 years old. It doesn't have too many miles on the clock, so it hasn't done. It hasn't done too many miles. It hasn't done too many kilometers. I think it's about 60,000 kilometers or something like that, which is, I don't know, maybe it's about 40,000 miles or something. It's pretty low, really, for its age, for a car that old. But these cars, well, I should probably explain. There's a special class of car over here called K cars, and they're small engine, like I mentioned before, lightweight cars, and people just have them generally as like what we would call a runabout in English. So, I just bought this car as a runabout. That means it's just like a car that you buy for small trips, going shopping, picking up groceries in, I don't know, going to work if your job's like very close or something like that. It's probably not a car that you're going to be taking on the motorway because it's not fun to drive a car like that on the motorway. A car like that, if you drive it on the motorway, would struggle keeping a constant 70 miles per hour. I mean, it could do 70 miles per hour, but I mean, it would sort of be struggling with it. Like the engine would be making like a high-pitched noise, be straining to do 70 miles per hour. And then it's lightweight, so it doesn't, if you get any like wind on the motorway, crosswinds on the motorway, you'd have to pay attention a lot more to your steering, and it doesn't. Yeah, I've driven light cars on the motorway in the UK. Not this light, but I have driven light cars, and it's not a fun experience. A heavier car works better on the motorway. Anyway, so I found this car on a website, and I thought, yep, I like the look of it. It's not a stylish car. It's not going to win any awards, but I mean, like, it looks practical. I like I guess I do like the design, like in its category of practical cars, in its category of these lightweight cars. I guess I do like the design. So, that was a part of the reason as well. Then I thought the mileage is low enough. It's old, but, I'll go and see if it's got any problems with it and see if I think it's okay or not. And so anyway, we took a bus and 2 trains and another bus to get to this garage, and went into the showroom. And I thought at first, we were walking like past the building, and I was looking in. I could see it was like big glass windows, and there's all these tables and chairs in there. And I thought we'd walked past the garage and we were looking at the restaurant, until I realized that was the car garage place, the Honda place. And it was just the way the tables were laid out inside made it look like a restaurant. So anyway, we went in, and someone showed us to some seats, and then someone else came and met us and introduced themselves and gave us a business card. And then, I don't know, I can't even remember now what questions they were asking. They were asking some questions about the car, and maybe why we wanted it, what was it for, like how do you intend to drive it, those kind of questions. And then he said, right, let's go and take a look at the car. So we got up, went outside, and there was the car waiting for us, and it was already running. The engine was running. I don't know why. Why does the engine need to run? I find that very unusual, and I've not had that experience before in the UK. So I like to start the engine myself, from cold, and then you can hear if it's making any unusual noises when it starts. Also, before I start the engine, I like to check the oil of the car to see how clean it is, or to see if it's gone a bit like milky coloured. But if the engine's been running for a while, you can't see if the oil level is correct. And 2, it's usually too hot to grab the dipstick. And so I didn't even bother. I couldn't, the engine had been running. The engine was really hot. I couldn't grab the dipstick, which was annoying. And there were loads of other things that I would normally like to test as well, like the full lock of the wheels. So like you turn it like maximum way to the right, maximum way to the left, and move forwards and see if there's any noises that might suggest some problems. But there was no space to do anything like that. It was a really tiny parking space, and the forecourt, like the area where all the cars were parked on this garage, it was tiny. So I just had to give up on that idea. There were lots of things that I just gave up on doing because it just seemed like it would be too difficult to do what I wanted to do. So I checked it over as best as I could. Just checked the basic functions of the car, and checked that the exhaust wasn't blowing. What do I mean by blowing? Like making a noise like a motorbike engine. Oh, the exhaust. The exhaust is the bit where all the sort of like smoke comes out the back. And if it's making a noise like a motorbike, maybe it's not connected properly, or it's been damaged, or it's got a hole in or something like that. So anyway, the car looked reasonably fine, for its age, it looked in pretty good condition. There's some things, it had some scratches here and there. It had like some areas of like black bits of the outside of the car that were a bit faded, or like, like where you put your seatbelts in, and there's like a little bit of red normally, like a red button for releasing your seatbelt. That was a bit faded as well. But these are things that I normally just like fix myself, I enjoy like restoring a car, or anything old really. I like taking something old and like cleaning it really well and making it look new again. I sort of enjoy that. So, anything like, scratches or something, some faded paint is like, yeah, I'll fix that myself, no problem. Or like, I don't know, like a light on the interior of the car has gone, like on the dashboard or something. I'll take the dashboard off and I'll fix that myself. Or broken speakers, or I don't know, lots of things I can fix myself. Anyway, there were some questions I was asking that were a bit technical. I was asking about the transmission fluid. Again, if you don't know what that means in English, it's not really that important, to be honest. There are lots of people in England who don't know what a transmission is in a car, and they don't know what transmission fluid is, and so many other things that people don't really understand about cars. But maybe they've heard the word, but they just don't know what it is. They've been to a garage or something like that, and they've said, "Ooh, it's a disaster. Your timing belt has snapped or something," and they're like, don't know what a timing belt is, but it's going to cost a lot of money to fix. So so you don't necessarily have to look up these words that I'm using, but just hearing them, I think, is enough. Anyway, like I said, I was asking some technical questions, and the answer I was getting was a bit like, I felt like I wasn't being understood, and I wasn't sure why that was. I was using the right words, but I don't know. You see, all of my knowledge about cars comes from English cars. Well, they're not English. Cars that are in England, they weren't made in England, but cars that I've had in England. And maybe there's some bits that are a bit different about Japanese cars. I don't know why that would be the case, but we don't have this particular light car. We don't have K cars in England, so I don't know, maybe some things are a bit different. So I was like, why can't I get the answer I want? Is it my fault? Am I not explaining it right? Is my knowledge wrong? Does my knowledge about the cars I've owned before not apply to this car? I don't know. So I got some answers for some things, but there's quite a few questions I wanted to ask that I just didn't get the answer I was looking for, and I didn't know what to do about it, really. So I've ended up buying it, signing a contract, paying for it, and I feel a bit like it might have been a bit of a gamble, but I guess I bought it from a Honda garage, so I suppose if there's anything serious, I should be able to take it back and get it fixed. But I don't even know, is that something that you can do in Japan or not? I mean, like I said, I've done it in England, and you would expect to do that in England. There's probably even laws which mean, that a company has to fix the car and make it drivable for them to sell it to you. But I don't know how things work in Japan. Maybe it's okay. Maybe you can go and buy a car and it's broken, and you take it back and just say, well, it's yours now, it's not ours anymore. Which would seem awfully unfair. But you realize when you're living in another country how, like, everything might not apply anymore. Everything might be wrong. And it's a bit scary. And of course, my wife is... she doesn't know a lot about cars, to be perfectly honest, and she was helping me as much as she could, but she'd never had the experience of buying a car before, so it was all new to her. Anyway, I'm really hoping that I've made a good decision and that the car is fine, so I won't have to be taking it back to this garage, because, like I said, it was a bit of a journey, to get there. It's a bit awkward getting there. But I'll just have to wait and see. And, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I didn't get to take it for a test drive, which is weird. Every car I bought, I've always took it for a test drive. So I was listening to this conversation. Well, it's because it's Japan, basically, right? I think, like, I don't know when the time is for a test drive. You know, like we've had to look at the car. He said, let's go back into the showroom. Not showroom, sort of. Okay, I'm going to say showroom. Let's go back into the showroom sort of area, and we'll have a chat there. And I'm listening and I'm thinking, maybe it's going to say, like, let's go for a test drive next. And the next thing I know, it's like I'm signing something. And it's like, okay. I guess there is no test drive after all. I suppose at that point in time I could have said, like, actually, can I go for a test drive first? But I don't know. I sort of felt like it's my fault. I should have asked for one sooner or something. So I felt a bit bad about asking for one. But oh well, like I said, might be a bit of a gamble. But hopefully it's all good. But yeah, I'll let you know in some future episodes, and I'll tell you if there's any problems with it or not. Maybe in a future episode I'll be making a podcast from inside the car, telling you that I've broken down and I'm waiting for someone to come and pick me up. But probably not. It should be fine, really. One thing I will say about Japanese cars is that they normally have an image of being very reliable. That's what English people tend to think about Japanese cars, like very good engines. But the bodywork, maybe not so much. Like the bodywork, the outer sort of metal of the car. Sometimes Japanese cars used to have a problem with rust, rusting quite a lot. Although in recent times, I don't think that's the case anymore. Probably not true anymore. Anyway, it's been a bit of a long episode, but I have enjoyed talking about all of this, and I am looking forward to being able to go and pick up the car soon, in like a week or so, when it's ready. And I've no doubt that I'll have some episodes, where I can give you some updates and let you know how things are going in the near future. So until then, bye-bye.
Quality sleep is essential. That's why the Sleep Number Smart Bed is designed for your ever-evolving sleep needs. Need a bed that's firmer or softer on either side? Helps you sleep at a comfortable temperature? Sleep Number Smart Beds let you individualize your comfort, so you sleep better together. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number number 1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now, save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed for a limited time. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Many of us have those stubborn pounds that seem impossible to lose, no matter how good we eat or how hard we work out. My solution is PlushCare. PlushCare is a leading telehealth provider with doctors who are there for you day and night to partner with you in your weight loss journey. They can prescribe FDA-approved weight loss medications like Wegovy and Zepbound for those who qualify. Plus, they accept most insurance plans. To get started, visit plushcare.com/weightloss. That's plushcare.com/weightloss.
Life is full of awesome what-ifs, and some not so much, like unexpected medical costs. That's why United Healthcare provides Health Protector Guard fixed indemnity insurance plans to supplement your primary plan and help manage out-of-pocket costs. Learn more at uh1.com. A lot can happen in 3 years, like a chatbot may be your new best friend. But what won't change? Needing health insurance. United Healthcare Tri-Term Medical Plans, underwritten by Golden Rule Insurance Company, offer flexible, budget-friendly coverage that lasts nearly 3 years in some states. Learn more at uh1.com.
Quality sleep is essential. That's why the Sleep Number Smart Bed is designed for your ever-evolving sleep needs. Need a bed that's firmer or softer on either side? Helps you sleep at a comfortable temperature? Sleep Number Smart Beds let you individualize your comfort, so you sleep better together. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number number 1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now, save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed for a limited time. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Thanks for listening until the very end of the show. If you've enjoyed this episode, please give my podcast a rating, or if you have the time, write a review. It's a really nice way of letting me know you enjoy these episodes and encourages me to make more of them for you. Thanks very much and have a lovely day.